This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Let's talk about somebody else who maybe has fallen out of favor with Vince. Maybe not. I want you to sort of clear it up for me. Tazz. He began the year before at the Royal Rumble, Madison Square Garden, and what a performance it was, choking out Kurt Angle, handing Kurt Angle his first loss. It's a major moment. And now he's back just 1 year later, Royal Rumble 2001. He's only in the match for 10 seconds. It's like up there with Bushwhacker Luke, just in and out. What's the story with Tazz's elimination? Was he hurt? Was he falling out of favor? It feels like he's booked more as a comedy act, and a year before he's handing Kurt Angle his first loss.
Well, there was a lot of, when I hired Tazz, it was funny. I got a message from my secretary that says, those little, I'm sure you probably got them too, the little sheets of paper or little things where you, who called you, when they called, number.
Sure. Yeah.
So I got this call from this 917 number, as I recall. And the guy's name was Peter Cernicchia. And I didn't have a goddamn clue who Peter Cernicchia was.
Right.
I knew who Tazz was.
Sure.
But I didn't know his real name. Again, that kind of speaks back to that original, earlier in the show, you talked about, did I pay attention to the minute by minutes to WCW, blah, blah, blah. No. And I also didn't pay attention to other people in other territories' real names. If I didn't need to know the real name, well, I committed to memory. So anyway, he wanted to leave ECW. Like all those guys. Those are the easiest guys to sign because the ECW guys knew that if we got them a fair number and they got over, they're going to make a lot more money. And they did. And the fact that they didn't have the drama of getting paid. Think about that. You want to shit on your company, Conrad, then all you got to do is not pay people on time.
Yeah.
That's easy.
That'll happen.
Yeah. That'll happen every time. What's wrong? What's going on? So I brought Tazz in. I thought he was an attraction kind of guy. I thought that he would do us a good job if he was booked in the same basic mold that he was booked in ECW. The one thing about Paul Heyman, who's brilliant, there's no doubt about it, is that he could see, he had the great ability, Heyman did, to accentuate a talent's positives and disguise their negatives.
Yep.
And so Paul made Tazz so strong that you forgot that he was 5'8". You know, he was not what the business was getting a regular diet of. He was thick, he was athletic, he was a strong guy, but he was short. But I battled that whole thing many times with other talents.
Right.
Jericho, Benoit, Malenko, Eddie. Jeez, I had a pitch down for that. He's too short. You know, well, the people believe in him.
Right.
So I saw how the audience believed in Tazz. If you put him in the offense, using football parlance, if you put Tazz in an offense that could, and the system was conducive to his skill set, his skills all around, he'll help you. He'll help you win games. That's what I thought about Tazz. But I can't say that I was I was definitely in the minority. So I guess at the end of the day, Vince trusted my judgment, but then he got unconvinced. I don't know if it's after meeting Tazz. I have no idea. I really don't know. But bottom line is that he fell out of favor, and a lot of the people that he could have drawn money working with believed that them selling him a guy that was 5'8" didn't make any sense, and people would not believe it. Even though Tazz could probably whip their ass in a real shoot, but that we weren't shooting.
Right.
We were working. So I think that's where that was, Conrad, because nobody could have had a better debut in Madison Square Garden from a guy from Red Hook, Brooklyn, all that shit, than Tazz got. And he beat Kurt Angle by submission. He choked his ass out. And people thought his suplexes were dangerous, all this other stuff. So a lot of the talents get back to Vince and say, I don't really want to work with this guy. He's dangerous. So they'd tell me that, but they tell Vince that. And when he heard it enough, and Vince saw that a lot of the top talents were uncomfortable and stepped in the ring with Tazz, he finally took it to heart. And so Tazz became, he got hurt, tore a bicep or tricep, I can't remember what. And I remember where I was standing. I think Bruce and I were talking to him after that show. He was very worried about getting cut because he had to have surgery. He almost just got there, seemingly.
Right.
And I said, you're going to get your checks just like you do if you're working. And I think he looked at me incredulously like I was bullshitting him. I mean, just go to your mailbox every week. You'll see it'll be there. So that's where that was. I just think a lot of the top talents, I say, enough of the top talents convinced McMahon that Tazz was not a good hire and he was limited on what he could do. And the suplexes were dangerous, blah, blah, blah. And so he fell out of favor and then eventually became a broadcaster. But this, to have if you want a message sent to somebody, have a 20-second match in the Royal Rumble.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, this was a guy who was, as you said, very believable to fans. I mean,
yeah,
I thought he was a murderer and he's in and out in the old Bushwhacker Luke spot. And it's like, what the fuck happened?
Right.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.